Oh, this one is way too big. Oh my god. Doo-doo-doo. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Untitled channel. I am coming to you barefaced, and the reason is that today we're doing something very different than what we usually do. So we're not going to talk about skincare, we're going to talk about makeup. But not just any makeup, guys, not just any makeup. Today, I'm going to take on a challenge, probably the biggest challenge I've ever taken on this channel, and we are going to reproduce the makeup look of a certain celebrity. So as you know, these days, Blackpink, I mean, not even these days, they've been huge for years, and these days I see a lot of Lisa, Blackpink Lisa on YouTube, and everybody has been trying to recreate one of her iconic makeup looks. So she has been doing a campaign with MAC, and actually I saw this picture. We'll put it a little bit bigger around here so you can see, and I actually fell in love with this look. So obviously we don't have the same features, we don't have the same skin tone, but that is absolutely not a problem because with makeup you can pretty much create whatever you want. And so my challenge today is to try to get as close as possible as Lisa's final look. I'm gonna try to recreate it. I really like the look that she had on the picture. It's very simple, but it's also very fierce, and I will try to show you the point of the makeup as we go. So how about we get started? The first thing we're gonna do is obviously skincare, so I'm going to get ready. I look kind of funny, but it's okay. So we're going to start. I actually already washed my face. I'm just going to add a little bit of toner just because I feel my skin is a little bit on the dry side. This one is pretty much almost over. This is my plain toner, and it just has chamomile extract in it, and it's like a pH balancer toner, and it does its job pretty good. I don't have that much left. So I have really dry skin, and so I think it's a good thing to just try to stick to using a toner. That is better. This is the Centella Scented Recovery Cream, that facial cream these days, just because it just feels very hydrating, and I needed this day, especially after the winter we've had. There you go. So I'm going to start with my base makeup, and I'm simply going to use just like a regular foundation that I've had for a while. So this is the Dr. Jiro foundation. It's actually a K-beauty brand, but it specializes in dark skin tones. So as you can see, it's my exact color, which is really cool. So I'm just gonna apply this very quickly. I'm gonna start with putting my hair away because it's getting in the way everywhere, and I don't like that. There. I have acne scars on the sides of my face, so that's kind of the part that I'm going to focus on the most. Oh my god, this hair is everywhere. So we're going to try to go for that glass skin look, okay? Let's try. So as you can see, this foundation is pretty dewy. I don't really need to have extra skincare to make it shiny. So I'm just adding the finishing touches. So I'm gonna start with the concealer first. So one of the main difference between Lisa's face and mine, obviously, I have a pretty oval face and very narrow, and Lisa has a more like cute, a little bit rounder face, and she also have a little bit extra plumpness in her cheeks. So my cheeks are not even as you can see, it goes really like pointy like this. So what I'm going to try to do is create a very slight illusion that I have a little bit more cheek than I really do. So I'm going to try my best. Okay, so usually I would only have the concealer, you know, really under my eyes, directly under my eyes. But as I said, I added a little bit more just to have this illusion of a bit more plumpness around the cheek. So as you can see, I have a lot of leftover right here. What I usually do is I take this extra concealer and put it on my nose, my forehead, and my chin. I need to be very straight on that one. And also Lisa, compared to me, has a bit more of a rounder nose. She has this really adorable nose that's not too thin and not too big either. So I'm gonna try to kind of match that, but because my nose is quite narrow on this side, it might look a little bit different. Forehead. And the forehead will be behind bangs, so it's not very necessary to do it. I'm just doing it to be thorough. This is my first layer of concealer. Obviously it's a little bit bright, but I'm going to put not only am I going to put bronzer, I'm going to put another coat of foundation, so it should be okay so far. So I'm going to do something a little bit crazy. I'm going to add one more layer of concealer, and this is really emphasize this light in the center of my face. As Lisa has this like plump cheeks, I really want to try to get as close as possible to that look. Okay, so I look a little but trust the process. I'm now going to apply a little bit of powder and I will go on to the shading part. So I'm going to use this translucent powder from Misha. It's called the Airy Pot, and it's this translucent powder and it comes with this puff, but I'm not going to use this puff today. I'm actually going to use a little bit of a brush. If I use the puff, usually it gets very, very matte, which I like in general, but I'm trying to have this sort of glass skin thing going on. So this is me done with powder. I'm going to move on to the shading part. Now, one thing that is a bit different between me and Lisa, obviously, so if I look at the picture again, she has her hair that is, you know, framing her face really well, so she doesn't really need that much shading. Also, one of her key points is that she has these really cute cheeks, so her face is not as like chisel as it would be in, you know, American makeup looks, etc. So I'm gonna try to do as little shading as I can. I'm only gonna go around my face and I'm gonna do my nose. So usually I would go here, but I'm going a little bit further. And also, compared to me, her nose is a little bit higher. The tip of her nose kind of sits a bit higher than mine. So usually I would not contour the tip of my nose, but I will today. I'm just going to go around the general vicinity of my face. I'm not going to go too much on my cheeks. I think I'm not going to go on my cheeks at all. So I'm going to go very light on it. I'm not going to go too much. So later, if I do some highlighter, I would kind of define the nose a little bit more, but I think this is roughly okay. So now I know that usually when you put powder, it kind of means it's the end, but I still want my foundation to be true to the color of my skin, so I don't want it to be too pale. So I'm going to go back and kind of give the color back. And because this foundation is kind of infused with skincare, it is a little bit more on the dewy side. So it's going to bring back a little bit of shine without taking out the powder. All right, so I think the base part is done. So in the picture, Lisa has this very defined two eyeliner kind of look. So she has the first part that is actually black. So she had this very simple black eyeliner look. So that's what I'm gonna try to recreate to the best of my abilities. And then she has some purple glitter, which I think will probably be the hardest part. So I'm gonna try to go for it. I don't know how it's gonna go, but we'll see. Ooh, that eye is the most difficult one. Okay, so I managed to color the inside. So both my eyes kind of look similar, which is a miracle, honestly, because usually it's not how it happens. So now we're gonna go for the even more difficult part of the eye. It's not over, you guys. I have to do the purple eyeliner. Oh my God, that part, I love it, but it is so hard. I'm gonna let this dry for a couple of minutes because I really want this part to be excessively dry. Because what I'm going to do is draw another line of eyeliner, but this time I will put the glitter on top of it while it's still wet, and then I will try to brush it off. So only the line that I drew is with the glitter, obviously. So I have chosen the two colors I wanted to mix, and it kind of looks like this. Still wet, hasn't dried yet. We still have a few seconds. Oh, this one is way too big. Oh my God. This looks crazy, okay? I'm gonna try to see if I brush it out, what happens. The big part, I'm gonna take it out. Oh! Okay, so what I'm gonna do is reapply a little bit of the black on the underneath part just so it's a bit more visible. Oh. Okay, we can do it, we can do it. Big chunk, and then, yes! That one was quite easy. So now you have to put the glitter before everything dries. And let me tell you, the glitter is going everywhere. It's literally going everywhere. All right, and so before everything dries, we kind of clean up without going away. I did it, guys! And I have glitter all over my face. All right, so my eyes, obviously they're not looking exactly the same, but I think I've done pretty well. So let's move on to the eyelashes. So obviously the picture she has like very wispy eyelashes. So I went ahead and bought these. These are very simple eyelashes, but it has this like gradual look. So it's not all the way super long. It's just short in the beginning and long at the end. So it's a bit more of a natural look. All right, so I have my lash here and I'm gonna try. So this one is going to go on my left eye. Usually you're supposed to wait until it dries before putting it on, but me, the impatient type that I am, did not do that. So please wait before you apply it, otherwise it might just get a little bit messy. And make sure you find the right placement before it dries, otherwise it's just going to be a pain to take it off. And I'm going to apply a little bit of mascara just to blend it with my own lashes. And I'm gonna go with the second lash. So here's the eye look with the lashes on. And now I'm going to go into the underneath section of the eye. So in the picture, as I'm looking at it right now, so I'm zooming in really deeply. Lisa has this like, so first of all, she has these really wispy eyelashes. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to achieve that. And I'm first going to try to do this little section. I'm working on brown skin instead of sort of beige skin. What I'm going to do is to try to maybe use like a more of a golden color just to see if it actually works better with my purple. And I'm going to try to use this color right here and see first of all what it gives. So I'm going to use a very tiny, like a tiny amount, okay, and try to make it as natural as it possibly can be. And then because her eyes are really, they look very open, I'm gonna try to open up my own eyes just by adding a little bit of liner around the perimeter of my eye. Let's see if that works. All right, you guys, so I am very stubborn and I really want to achieve this wispy look. So I'm going to be using this, okay? This is supposed to be used for your fake lashes. And I'm going to try to clump together my lashes as I go. We'll see how that goes. Oh, it's happening, you guys. It's happening. Oh, okay. We'll do one more here. And there you go. This is the wispy eyelash look. Ta-da! All right, so here is the eye look, but it's not fully over. We're gonna add that last little detail that Lisa has on her picture, which is her beauty mark. So as you know, she has this beauty mark on the left side of her face. So I'm gonna start with this brown pencil and I'm gonna try to just begin with this because I think black one might be a little too overwhelming. Her mark is a little bit, let me see, at the end of her eye. And I'm gonna try to place it here at the top of my cheekbone. But I'm gonna add a little touch of black, like a tiny bit of black just to make it really visible, like a tiny touch, just this much. Okay, I think that's enough. And now we're gonna go to the blush and lips. In the picture, Lisa doesn't really seem to have a lot of blush on her face. There's no pink, not a lot of things. So I'm just gonna add like a really tiny bit of color just to make my face a little bit more awake. So I'm gonna use this palette right now and I'm going to use, the middle color just because I think it's the most neutral one for me and it's not too, pink or anything like that. And I'm gonna go on top of my sort of, the apple of my cheeks. There we have it, guys. We have the eyeliner, the eye look, and the rest of the base. We're gonna go to the lips now, and I'm actually very excited about that. I have this amazing little Nature Republic box, and look how adorable. I'm going to start using this color right here, which is called Chiffon Coral. And I'm gonna try and mix it with this NARS lipstick because I think that this color right here might be a little bit too pink for the actual look. So this one is actually very coral-ish, so I'm gonna try to go with a mix of the two colors. As you can see, this one is much more pink. This version is much more pink, so I think this is the closest that we will get to the color of Lisa. Let's start by applying it with a little brush. So she's going for a really nude lip, but at the same time, her lips are all covered. Like it's very matte. So as you can see, I think this color, the lipstick from NARS, is the one that's really closest to Lisa's color. And I'm gonna go in a little bit more to make sure I have this exact color. Okay, so I think this is a similar color. Now, usually when you have darker skin than the model on which you're kind of copying the look, for us darkened skin girls, I always use lip liner. I think it just gives a little bit of a better transition between the skin tone and the lips. So it's not similar to the picture, but just in order to not look to not have my lips look too bright and to not have them looking a little too dry, I'm gonna add the lip liner at the end. So I'm gonna add this brown lip liner. It's just gonna have a better flow. So I'm gonna add it like this. And I'm trying to follow Lisa's sort of lip shape. She has a really nice lip shape. I'm gonna try to follow it. And then I'm gonna add a tiny bit here. So Lisa has also the corner of her mouth that are quite high and it gives her this really cute smile. So I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna try to bring my corners of my lips a little bit like that. So it kind of looks like I'm smiling all the time. What do you think? I think it looks pretty okay. Alright guys, so this is the final makeup look. So I'm gonna go backstage, do my hair and all these little things, and I'm gonna try and come back in my Lisa attire. Let's see if the experience worked. Yes, I'm a little bit embarrassed by my latest photo shoot style, but guys, what did you think? I know I wasn't 100% Lisa, but come on, didn't I get a little closer? So that's why I did my little special Lisa photo shoot, okay? So guys, if you like this video, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the Retime channel, and don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss our updates. But let me know, did you like this look? Did you think I was a little bit Lisa-esque? What did you think? Please tell me down in the comment, and I will see you guys later. Bye!